Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back to Magnolia Queen Farms. So I know it's been a while since we posted a video. I've actually done a couple of removals, and I did one removal that would have been great. I thought we were going to get some great footage, but one of my cameras, the wind blew it over, and I didn't realize it. I was so focused on the removal because it was a really big hive that the other camera caught about 2.5 hours of my backside. So I decided that we were not going to put that on YouTube because I didn't know anyone that wanted to spend 2.5 hours looking at my backside. Y'all want to look at bees. So this morning I'm headed to Covington, Louisiana. A lady called me last night or yesterday afternoon and said that she's got a little swarm, a little ball of bees, the way she described it, in a little tree behind her mailbox. She said she noticed them yesterday when she went to get the mail, and there was a lot of them. They were just hanging out. So obviously it's a swarm moved in, but she was concerned about, people walking up and down the road, and even the mail carrier. She didn't want anybody to get stung, so she called me. So we're going over there first thing this morning to try to remove that swarm and take care of those for her. So we're going to try to get some good footage today. The wind is not blowing. The sun is coming up this morning. It is a beautiful morning in South Louisiana. So I'm real excited, and I will try to pay more attention to the cameras and get you guys some videos out there. So y'all stay with us. We're going to go remove some bees. Alright folks, we just got on site and set our box up, and if you look, right there they are. You see that swarm hanging from that bush? All clustered up there. So we're going to set up and try to get them in this box we got right here with some drawn comb, a couple of dots of Swarm Commander, and see if we can't relocate them. So I know I got the queen. I saw her and put her in the box. As you can see, they're fanning really good on the outside of this box. Still got some gathered up right inside this little bush, but they're starting to make their way over into the box. We're going to let them settle for a little bit. They're starting to all go in there, but we're going to kind of let them settle down and fan and kind of make their way on in that box. They're starting to calm down now. As you can see, they're fanning really good, starting to move right on in that box. Got a few that are flying back over on a little limb of that bush, but I have looked and there's not a queen in them, so we're going to let them settle a little bit more, get on into this box, and see if we can get those last few in there and go ahead and relocate them back to the farm. Y'all stay with us. Still a few flying around this bush, but they're not clustering up anymore. A few on that little limb right there, but like I said, we did get the queen. We know she's in there, and as you can see, they're still fanning on the front of this box. These bees calm down really fast. They've calmed down. The majority of them have gone in this box. There's just a few stragglers, so we're going to let them sit for a little while and really calm down. We know we'll still have a few flying, but we want to make sure that we can capture as many as possible to get them relocated. Then we're going to pin them up for a couple of days with some sugar water and feed them and get them settled in their new home, and then we'll show you guys how they're doing. All right, guys, so we're back up here at the farm. We got these girls on the back of the truck. They made the ride okay. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but they're up here around these little the entrances, and got a few bees from our other hives kind of swarming around them. So what I've done is I've mixed up some 1-to-1 sugar water, and I put some brood builder in it. So we're going to use one of the hive top feeders since this is a swarm, and I'm gonna set them up and kind of look at them and just make sure that they'll be okay in this 8 frame. And what I'll do is I'll put the hive top feeder on them. Then we're gonna kind of lock them up for a couple of days, just until they kind of reset, and then I'll undo the wire off the front and turn them loose, and they should be good. Pretty strong swarm, pretty decent sized swarm. Just under basketball size, so it was decent. Like I said, we found the queen. I tried to get her, but she was in the bees. I found her right as she was actually going down in on one of the frames, so we know she's in there. And then, as y'all could see from the other video, they kind of flew over and swarmed, and they were fanning on the box, and they all flew in. There might have been, when we were done and cleaned up, there might have been 10 or 15 left, so there wasn't many. So we know we do have her in there. I only saw one queen as I looked, so I don't think this split actually has multiple queens, which can happen sometimes. But I only did see one. After a couple of days, I'll go in there when I pull these pieces of wire off the front. I'll go in there and just look and try to find that queen again, and then mark her. And hopefully they will like their new home here at Magnolia Queen Farms. So y'all stay with us. We're gonna get them set up and get some feed on them. So guys, what I've got here is I've got one of these feeders, these hive top feeders, and I made a box for it. And I ordered these from Barnyard Bees last year. This one I haven't used this winter, so I'm gonna take it and clean it up before I put it on there with them. I'm gonna go wash it out. But if you look at these, they sit inside this box, and I have some vent holes and some air holes in this box so they can get plenty of air. And I don't know if you guys have seen these before, but basically they can crawl up through here. This sits down in the hole, and then this caps over. So and it's got ridges on it so that they hold on to it. And this sits, and it kind of sits up off the bottom a little bit. And with the sugar water in here, it allows them to feed without drowning in the water. Really, really, really good feeders. We've been really happy with these. So I'm gonna go clean this one up real quick, and then we're gonna get them in there. All right, guys, we got it all cleaned up. And like I said, this is a 1-to-1 sugar water mixture with a brood builder in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in here. Oh, I had an accident there. Just sit down in that little hole, adjust the cap, and we're gonna go ahead and put the lid on. You don't have to put these lids on, it's just something that I do. I don't really know that it matters, especially this time of year, but it's just something that I feel better doing. So we're gonna go ahead and get the bees over here. All right, we got the bees set in place now. Make sure you guys can see this with the camera. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna try to ease the top off. Hopefully I can keep these things kind of calm. And then I'm gonna set that feeder, try to slide that feeder right on top as I take the top off so that I don't spook these girls too much. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's see. They are absolutely packed out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a couple extra frames real quick. I was thinking about switching and putting them in a nuke, but they're pretty well on here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a couple of frames and drop in there. I got one right here that one of these plastic frames, but they already started drawing some comb on it. So I'm gonna try to drop that in there. And let me grab another frame real quick. And I've got this one that has a little bit of comb on it. So I'm gonna slide that plastic one out. Let's see if this one will. Tell you what, we're gonna do this right here. I like those better than the plastic frames. And these bees are very docile because they're a swarm. So I'm actually probably gonna go ahead and turn them loose. Like I said, they are absolutely packed in here. So I'm gonna space this out a little bit. I am gonna go ahead and set this feeder on there and try not to squish any of these girls. I'm just gonna split it so I can put that other cover on it. I'll go switch this box out shortly. It's just a little bit too shy. Set this right here so these other bees can go back in. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the top on that feeder. A few of them in there. All right, we're gonna let these girls settle in place. And we will call that done. They are in their new home here at Magnolia Queen Farms. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. We'll be posting more real soon. Thank you for joining us and watching. Would love it if you subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. And just want to tell you, as always, that may God bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you, and may you be blessed in all your endeavors. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.